Great, so we've got an idea of who we're writing for now. Before we start, let's assemble where we can get the information from. Now, in order to make your tour unique and really stand out and be personal to you, a great resource is to look for information that other people just may not have found. So look for the cues around your environment that can lead you on to bigger stories. You can look at engravings on the wall, plaques on buildings, dig deeper into old buildings that perhaps new businesses are renting. They may be able to put you onto the history of the building through eyes that you haven't looked at before. It's all about looking at the familiar with a fresh lens that you're going to dig up. And we're just going to gather to start with ideas of where these lenses and ideas can come from. Paving stones as you walk can sometimes have history about what happened in a square. Look for old cemeteries whereby you can find people with hugely interesting stories to their lives and are resting. And of course there are the usual places to look, like libraries and resource centres, and make friends with the people who run these places so that librarians can help you in your search for unusual stories and connect to people with a passion for this region that you're going to bring alive. One word of warning: if you are hearing a great tale told by somebody, do double check it with the history, because you don't want to be on your tour reciting something that is a legend but not true. It's okay to include legends and stories on your tour if you frame them as that and say, this is a famous story told here, but we don't know if it's true or not. That's interesting, but don't put yourself in a position whereby you're giving something as information when perhaps it isn't. So brainstorm where you can look around your local environment for these great stories, and it needn't take a long time. Perhaps in a lunch hour or walking back from work, you can go a different route, look at your environment in a slightly different light and see what would be interesting to somebody coming there for the first time, and collect a mood board of postcards, some photographs, little bits of text, things that help you see this environment in a different light, and talking to people in libraries, in old buildings that perhaps you haven't been in before, can bring alive new stories that you haven't heard yet. See you in the next section.